Imagine waking up 60,000 years ago in the depths of the Ice Age. The fire has burned low, its glow flickering against the cave walls. Outside, the world is brutal and unforgiving. Snow drifts choke the valley, and the distant roar of a cave lion echoes in the dark. But this was home for the Neanderthals. They weren't monsters or myths. They were human, and their daily lives were a balance of survival, love, and creativity in one of the harshest environments the Earth has ever known. Life for Neanderthals revolved around survival. Men and women alike hunted the massive beasts of the Ice Age. Woolly mammoths, bison, even woolly rhinoceros. Armed with sturdy wooden spears tipped with stone points, they relied on strength, strategy, and cooperation to bring down prey. While hunters set out, others foraged for roots, nuts, berries, and medicinal plants. Nothing was wasted. Every tendon, bone, and hide had a purpose. Meat for food, fat for firelight, sinew for sewing, and bone for tools. Injury was a constant threat. A single broken bone or deep cut could mean death in such a harsh world. Yet fossil evidence reveals something remarkable. Many Neanderthals lived with healed fractures. They didn't abandon their weak, they cared for them. Neanderthal groups were small, usually 20 to 30 individuals. Family was everything. Around the fire, children were taught survival skills, mimicking their elders in chipping stone or sharpening spears. The bond between them ran deep. When archaeologists uncovered skeletons of elders with crippling injuries who had lived for years after their wounds, it revealed a powerful truth. These were not cold, emotionless brutes. They nurtured each other. They loved. Perhaps around the fire they told stories, passed down wisdom, or sang songs to children drifting to sleep. Their lives were not only survival, they were profoundly human. Against the unforgiving cold, Neanderthals crafted warm, durable clothing from animal hides. They used bone needles and sinew thread, fashioning fur-lined cloaks that kept the bitter wind at bay. Some even decorated their clothes with feathers, beads, and pigments, suggesting pride in appearance or symbols of identity. Shelter was another key to survival. In winter, caves became sanctuaries, their walls blackened with smoke. On the open plains, Neanderthals built huts from wooden posts and animal bones, covering them with hides for insulation. These were not crude shelters, they were carefully constructed homes, offering safety and warmth in a world of ice. But beyond survival, there are signs of something more. Evidence suggests Neanderthals had rituals, even a spiritual side. In Neanderthal Cave, pollen clusters were found around a Neanderthal burial, deliberate placements of flowers with the dead. In other sites, ornaments, shells, and pigments were buried alongside bodies. They painted with ochre, carved symbols into bone and stone, and even made music like the bone flute discovered in Slovenia, possibly one of the oldest instruments in history. These acts hint at a mind that saw meaning beyond the visible world. Perhaps they believed in spirits or an afterlife. Perhaps they simply honored the dead. Whatever the truth, it shows Neanderthals had depth, imagination, and a sense of wonder. Life, however, was never easy. The Ice Age brought bitter cold, with glaciers creeping across the land and food sources dwindling. Predators lurked at every turn. Saber-toothed cats, cave lions, and packs of hyenas. Even a simple hunting trip could turn deadly. And yet, Neanderthals endured for hundreds of thousands of years, across Europe and Asia, shaping a legacy of resilience. Their greatest challenge came not from the cold or predators, but from us, Homo sapiens. When modern humans spread into Neanderthal lands, competition for resources, new diseases, and shifting climates created pressures too great. Within a few thousand years, the Neanderthals were gone. But gone does not mean forgotten. Neanderthals live on within us. Their DNA is written into our bodies, affecting our skin, our hair, our immune systems. And their story is written into our humanity, whether stilly, willy, or mind us. They were not a failed branch of evolution. They were not brutish cave dwellers. They were our cousins, our kin. They laughed, loved, struggled, dreamed. To understand their lives is to understand a piece of ourselves. And in every fire we light, in every bond we cherish, their echo endures.